When it rains, it snores.
Like a rare breed, a breath of fresh air, you can see me. People stand up just to greet me. Role model kids wanna be me.
It's all about the
Listen
rich.
now, later you'll
If
believe
anyone
me.
pays
Got you
taxes,
under my
instant
spell, the
ban.
whole thing was easy. I just come and wink my eye like a genie. Crown on, yellow peasant can king me.
Gonna die. Fuck semantics.
Really not
Fuck
modification.
taxes. Revolt. Hello and welcome everybody to Nickel City X-Wing. My name's Greg and we have got a Game 7 banger. This is actually Game 70 of 70 for Week 5. And it is a captain's battle between the Outlaws and the Wanderers. Winner takes the week. First, representing the Outlaws.
Holy smokes, I'm no joke out the bullpen. Bringing nothing but heat, leave you hanging like clothespins. He's a beast when he goes in.
It's the Captain James and his opponent representing the Coruscant Wanderers.
Hard work wins, leaders don't follow. Living for today, might not be here tomorrow. Welcome to the team, we wish you all the best. Now
It's Brendo. And I am joined in the booth by Team Havoc's captain, Crispy.
Hello, hello.
What is up? How's it going?
Not bad, not bad. Not much going on. I've got I have 3 weeks left of college.
Okay. Do you have like tests and stuff afterwards?
I do. I've got a final project, and then after that I can try being a productive adult in society.
Yeah, don't do it. I wouldn't do it.
Don't. Gotcha. Ugh. You know. Well, what else is there to do?
Yep. So we've got a pretty important matchup here. This is a Game 7, so the winner is going to take this. And let's go to the overall standings here. I can get there. I can do this. Greg, you can do this. You can do this. You can do this. Overall record. Good job, Greg. Yep, the Wanderers. This is not quite for first place. The Ascendancy have 24 wins. The winner of this one will end up with 23, but it is for second place in the Carroll division. And you would be one game behind Ascendancy in the tiebreaker. So, pretty important.
Pretty good.
Pretty good.
Yep. And this is
First,
what,
there's
champ?
kind of a pain, yes. This is a chance engagement. Like all like title matches, I feel like should all be chance engagement. I feel like all like finals should be chance engagement.
I agree. I think that that's a good overall sort of equalizer for everything.
It's just that like some lists are better at scramble, some are better at salvage, some have an advantage at assault. Like the finals should be the most even playing ground you can get. And that is chance engagement, which is not like strictly even because some people might not build their list to just like straight brawl, but I mean, at the core of the game, it's what it is about. Fizzle, thank you for the sub. 42 or 45 months. God dang. It's a long time.
Damn, that's a lot.
Yeah. Some would say too many. It's too many months. Alright, Brendo change Temin to green. We do not respect coloring ships that don't need to be colored in, so we don't do it. Wedge is yellow, Luke is red. Just switch these X-Wings up. Okay. Does anyone think James will win? Because you guys seem to not be betting on James. I don't think James' list is that bad.
Well, the
One?
issue is that one, Brendo is a fantastic player, just
Sure.
like a standing, like amazing player.
Yeah, Brendan's
And two,
good. Yeah.
two, that resistance list is pretty scary.
Sure, it's scary, but you don't think like Wedge is scary?
I do. I just put my money where on the list that I think is scarier.
Woody woo. Thank you for the sub. Make Gamut 3 points again. Probably should.
If Gamut becomes 3 points, then Scum actually, like the top heavy Scum lists, become viable.
Yeah, that's why they should do it.
I agree.
Put the
they
faction
nerf
back in play. Crispy has been hurt by BB-8 too many. Listen, we all hate the fucking pods. I've never met a pod I like.
That's pottist, and I think I'm with you on that.
Yeah, we all are. It's the last acceptable ist in the society.
Pottist?
Yeah, podist.
Are you pottist?
Yes, 100%.
Dude, I'm so pottist.
Merle's been making a little bit of a comeback. Good to see the old guy.
I mean, Merle could be a little zippy boy and go and block those X-Wings from trying to get their shots off. I do like him. He's like Sabine with health, but he costs 3, so he's just not as seen as often.
Yeah. Also, Sabine a little bit better in my opinion, just because you don't have to take the stress to do your thing.
Correct.
The pod dial is not great at
But you know what the pod does have? Jam. Native on the action bar.
That is
and
true.
system phase repo.
That is true.
And BB-8 specifically has system phase repo. It moves in ways a pod should not.
It's just weird that it's considered a ship. But like, we already have the big ship, but what if? Hear me out. I'm actually a little surprised these ships aren't taking preparatory locks. All right. I see what's happening here. Now, Feneth K. Rao, attorney at law. He's pretty scary, even for a Fang at range 1.
Yep.
But that will conclude turn 1. We're going to head into turn 2 here. Fen checking for a shot just to see. It's okay, Brendo doesn't have Jendon. Who's got the next best thing? BB-8. No, Crispy, I'm on Team Nemi needs to get more love in the X-Wing. I know at I2 doesn't see a lot of love. You know, Temin gets the boost and everything, but like, Nemi very consistent on the hits.
Nimi is consistent, yes. Sorry, yes, Nimi is very, very cool, especially because I believe his ability works on any attack, not just primary, which means if you give him an HLC or a procket, it works.
I'm not sure that's true. I could be wrong.
I have seen people take procket Nimi before.
Let's pull Nimi up. It's not like we don't
Nimi
have time.
is a good if ignored ship. But if
Yeah.
your opponent just says, I need a T-70 off the board for the first engage anyway,
While you
they will simply
perform an attack, if the defender's initiative is higher than yours, you may change one blank to an eye. Yeah, pretty good. Gets 9
Yeah,
total
so you can-
points, so you get. You can cluster
you don't have a
missiles.
you don't have a talent, which means no heroic, which is kind of sad. But like, if no one else on your list has R68, you can take R68 and HLC and just be like a super well modded gun. However, people will just shoot at you.
Yeah, but isn't there
it is the
some
test.
value in knowing, like, being like, this ship is gonna be my bait ship?
Yeah, I think it is important to have a bait ship, but I think it's also important if your opponent doesn't also set up to kill that bait ship right away. Like with 5T70s that are all like in between I3 and I5, you can like set up a ship. Like you can set up your ships in any way on turn 0, and then for the first couple turns, have them zoom in any sort of fashion where any of them could be the bait ship. Any of them could be going in front. Any of them could be claiming the objective.
But isn't Snaggletooth, isn't BB-8 the bait ship here? Isn't Sabine the bait ship here? It's the exact same thing, except Nimi might actually live some sustained fire.
Well, a bait ship is one that you're offering up, but also one that your opponent will want to shoot at. No one's going to want to shoot at Sabine for the first engage when they've got all their guns. When I've got all my guns together, I'm looking at Luke, generally. Luke or Fen for the first engage. For example. If I was James, I'd look to shoot at Ray or maybe Temin there, who's off on the side. Although you can probably get all of your guns on Ray, which is probably what he's going for.
I would assume Ray's the target here, just with the way they set up. It might be their only choice.
Mm-hmm.
Does Temin really want to boost into this?
Don't
think
I
so.
say yeah.
Yeah?
I would. I would 100%.
Right.
So now with the way that Fen and Wedge are set up, is it possible for Ray to like come in fast enough and block Wedge into the back of Fen? Like a 3 hard here, or like a 2 hard followed by a boost, would surely block Fen, right? Well, the issue here
I would
for
assume
Brendo is how
so.
far back Elo is. Elo's not going to be contributing. Oh, coming slow.
Here's the thing: if like someone wants to get in front of Ray there, you're taking a lot of shots to do that.
Yeah. I mean, I do think Fen could just like do any sort of like straight and then focus roll and be in range 1 of Ray, or just arc dodger entirely.
Ray just gonna focus. Luke, the 1 forward. Assume gonna reach out for a lock here.
Oh, does not have Ray.
No Ray, which means it's going to be Temin, which means Ferrosphere will kick in. Yeah, you better roll. Don't take a shot if you don't have to, right?
Yep, just roll focus. Take a good shot in the Ray.
Does have Predator too, that'll also line up the bullseye. And yeah, definitely got out of arc. Don't love where wedges for this particular round, but I guess it's not that bad. Do you spend your thing here to take the lock now? No.
No, I'd wait until I have the lock, until I have the APT.
Sabine with Predator, just nuke that thing. What's the bait, right? Buddha. Two hits into Ray, I believe. Ray can't spend the force, I don't think. Oh, yeah, it can. Obviously, way in the arc. Yeah. So, easy peas. And now it's Fenth K. Rao. Ray is at range 1, also in the bullseye. So this will be 4 dice with 1 reroll. And I don't think there's any harm in spending it. 3 hits here. Ray won't be able to spend on that, and that is the shields down on the Falcon pretty early. Really wish Luke had the follow-up here, but the sacrifices we made. Hull is going to be the target for Ray. "3v1 classic." Ray could spend Focus Force for 3. Does spend Focus Force for 3. The Tyranny of 1 agility. That's going to be 2 shields on Hull. Shields down there. We go to Luke, who I assume is going to flip a proton torpedo here.
Shoot it while you got it.
And here it is, 4v2. And the perfect roll.
Very good.
It's going to be 3 and a crit. And Temin will spend, take 2 shields. So good job by Luke getting that focus token off. So now Temin gonna fire into Hull range 3. This will be classic 3 on 2. Temin gets 1 reroll for the Predator droid thingy, I'm pretty sure. And Hull, the agility keeps up. Why did Hull spend?
Don't think
Put
about
it back. I think he thought that they still had the focus from the shot, so he's like, oh, it's 2 coming in. And I just cleared that up for him. Alright, Hull 2v1 into Ray. Ray is out of mods, so gets the 1 agility going, though. Well done. No shots for BB-8. Sabine now into Ray. Classic 2v2 4-1 Ray. That is Hull on Ray. They'll each get a scenario point for being within range 2 of the center. Oh, I'm sorry. My apologies to Merle. I was not familiar with your game. Classic 2v2. Spend for 2 hits. And that is going to be a 3rd damage taken by Hull this round. First one into the Hull. No half points just yet. 1-1. We're going to enter turn 3. Your thoughts on that engagement, Crispy?
I think that went rather well for James. A bit of damage on Ray and splash some on Temin. Only taking a bit on Hull. The big pieces of James are still pretty healthy. Elo and BB-8 really didn't get a chance to get in there yet.
What does Holdo do?
Holdo gets to pass some tokens around.
Before you engage, you may choose another friendly ship at range 1 to 2. You may transfer to that ship 1 token of a type that ship does not have. That ship may transfer 1 token to you of a type you do not have. So could you pass off a enemy lock?
Yes.
Okay. Cool. So this Ray kind of really wants to focus, have that mod, and then get another, I don't even know, passing lock, get a lock. Well, you wouldn't, that ship wouldn't have that token. So you couldn't get a friendly lock, but you could pass off an enemy lock. Only not wedges, because at I6, Ray wouldn't be engaging yet. So it doesn't really protect you against wedge or fed. But has the potential to against Luke, depending on who has initiative. It's definitely
Yeah, I think
a
it's
build.
mainly. Yeah. You also get to like manage like your own tokens, where it's like Ray can like keep looping back and forth, and if she ever goes like more than like 2 stress tokens, where it stops her from doing all of her stuff, she can then pass a stress token over to someone else.
Yep.
Or like any locks that like stick around on her, she can pass to someone that has Ferrosphere, and then that Ferrosphere will trigger on someone else.
Dom says,
Um,
pass your lock away to a ship with Ferrosphere paint. Then you get a stress or break the lock. So you could just break an enemy's lock. It's pretty funny.
Yep. Cool. All right.
So-
I am being summoned by family, so I will have to tab out now.
Get the fuck out of here.
Oh, my bad. Yeah. Anyway, yeah, should be a good game. Last game of the week for everything. So,
Yep. We're going to have another 70 out of 70 week, which means our first 5 weeks, we are, if I did my math right, 350 out of 350? Right? 70 times 5? 350? Yeah, we did it. Someone say something?
What's up, Greggy?
Desi! I was thinking to pass it to a ship out of range or arc lock holder, but sending it to a ship with Ferrosphere, nasty. It's true.
When we were thinking of doing the world's doubles, one of the things that came up I thought of was Holo and Ferrosphere Paint for that. I forgot Holo existed.
Yeah, that's pretty insane. It's an insane combo there. I do think Rose is probably better. Because, I mean, if you're using Ray, you need to get the offense out. But it is a pretty cool combo.
Holo definitely better for defense purposes.
Wait, yeah,
Rose-
does
profit.
Ferrosphere say after an enemy ship locks you? No. After an enemy ship locks you. But what is the definition of an enemy ship locking you? Is it gaining a lock token from an enemy ship?
As part of the world's document, they had a bunch of rules for stuff where transferring tokens did count as them getting locks on you for purposes of Ferrosphere Paint.
Okay, so it's been ruled that it counts.
At least for the world's document.
Damn. So was the rules document from AMG or was that from Chris Allen?
Technically, Chris Allen.
Okay. So I guess it's not official, but if
But-
AMG was cool with it, feels pretty official enough, right? Like,
Like it's the Judge Illuminati group. Like everyone was there, so if they all say the same thing, I'm cool with that.
yeah.
And Maui was there too. I got to say hi to Maui.
Maui! Kenneth K. Rao will take the lock on Ray. Ray's definitely going to try to gum up the bodyworks here. Well, just want someone to love him.
Just look at me. Here I am, right where I belong. Oh, block that BB-8 jam.
Interesting. That opens up a lot of room for Ray. But it does get the block on BB-8.
Yeah, James still has Hall and Luke going before Ray, but
Oof. Oh, boof.
like if that 3 sloop right fits, that would be amazing.
Temin gonna try and block Luke here. Close foils to do the barrel roll focus. Luke.
Yeah, you saw the range 1 bullseye shot.
Could
You can barrel roll
probably
out of that.
barrel roll right and just not take that shot.
That's what I would do.
Yeah, Luke should have
But-
1 force as well.
But it does force Luke to do this instead of target locking for the
Yeah.
proton.
Exactly. Although Ray, I don't think Ray would allow herself to get. Well, actually, Luke shoots first, so Ray wouldn't have time to do the thing.
That's because hold is when you engage.
Yep. How fast did Wedge go? I think that's too. Without banking, I don't think you got Ray in.
Don't think that's an arc, no. Do you go
I
for
don't
the
think. I don't think a boost gets you.
7? Oh, we went for the barrel roll.
Barrel roll, focus, lock, right?
Yeah.
So it's going to be at least 1 stress, but that's immediately going to come off because of Fen Rao. Ray,
This is not the
Yeah.
right time for that.
did she instinctive aim or heightened perception? Yes. Ray heightened perception
That makes sense.
to do that engage.
That's pretty good.
I was wondering why she spent the force. And it all becomes clear. Ray heightened perception up to 7. Four dice. Adds the fin blank. Hit crit crit into Wedge. Wedge will take 2 shields. Unfortunately, Wedge still has a banger with at least 2 reroll or 1 reroll.
Yeah, so that's Predator. Oh, it's a trap.
Does Wedge want to spend the focus to take only 1? No, Wedge doesn't.
Not. Yeah, murder Ray.
All right, Wedge gets to get rid of the focus, or gets rid of the stress because of Fenrau. And this is a beautiful shot into Ray. Range 1 with Predator.
Oh, that's a lot of crits.
Stays blank, so hit, crit, crit. Ray spends the focus on the eyeball. 2 crits coming in. A damage sensor array and a panicked pilot. Ray is now triple stressed.
Turns off the title.
Yeah, won't be able to sloop this turn.
And half points.
Monroe, do you take the range 0, or do you take the Predator into Elo? Or do you go into Merle, which you know you got to follow up with your boy, Hall?
That's a lot of good options.
Looks like the target is Elo. That is Natty's full potato and toppings.
Heroic?
Elo, heroic, yes. Elo does have heroic. Second shot. And we'll take 2 shields instead of all 3. Now Luke into Ray. Luke should have 1 thing. And is he going to spend it on an instinctive aim torpedo?
Looks like he's showing to the natties.
Looking for 4. Has no way to mod this.
He's not doing it, it looks like.
Yeah. And we'll spend for 2. And that is going to be 2 more hits that Ray takes. Ray down to 3. I think he kind of should have spent Fen into Ray, in my opinion. Now, Elo going to go into Hull. Hull not getting any dice because of Merle. That is 1 into Hull. I agree with you, Snaggle. Does seem like a wasted point. So Hull should get to remove a stress as well. And this is going to be an APT into Merle.
That's going to be big. Get rid of the press off the bed.
And that is the full potato and toppings. Merle is going to spend for a chance to live. It's a wounded pilot into Merle. Temin into Hull. Again, this is going to be your classic 3v0. Or 2v0 rather, because things close. But hey, hit crit. And Hull just takes that. And that is a disabled power regulator. Hull's already shot, so that won't kick in until next turn. And finally, Sabine for the Rebels. Range 1 for 2. And that will be the shields on Elo.
Yeah, BB has to shoot range 0 here.
Automated target priority for 1 crit. Into Sabine, looking for 1 paint. Ooh, gets it. And finally, last shot of the round, Merle Cobbin for a kill. 2 paint would do. There it is. And that is a dead Hull. So they both will get a point for the center. And I believe that puts James in the lead. 6-5 at the end of turn 3 as we head into turn 4.
That was a bloody round.
Indeed it was.
What's the fastest Falcon Blue? Was it 2 straight or 3 straight? Like 2 straight.
Let's see. It's a 2 straight.
You either do that or you do the 2 bank. Either way, you got Luke probably chasing you.
I mean, if you're James, you gotta be kind of happy. You've done a ton of damage, but again, it's been so spread out that if you're not able to follow it up here,
Like Merle's on 1, Ray's on 3, and Ella's down shields. So you got lots of targets.
you know. Haven't been able to take any of those tokens off the grid. Again, Desi, you know what's at stake here. It is second place in the division to the ascendancy.
That's pretty important.
Yeah, it puts you one game behind first place.
Home team advantage is sometimes pretty big.
I think it's bigger in the playoffs than it is in the regular season.
I agree.
In the regular season, it evens out. In the playoffs, it won't even out.
Usually by the playoffs, players have each other figured out. The captains have been scouting each other. You know what the other players kind of play.
By the playoffs, you get to make more informed decisions because you have a whole season's worth of info on a player. And also, like, people start paying attention.
Even captains. They can't read, but they can pay attention. If we want to pilot on Merle with the rules clarification we've had recently, you could end up triple stress from that. You do a focus boost, roll twice for wound to pilot.
Yeah, that's true. Are you guys in the totality path tomorrow, Desi?
We are very close, but just outside.
We're dead fucking center.
That's pretty cool. But I understand, like the coast of Lake Erie and like up to St. Thomas, which is like not even half an hour south of us, is going to be in it. But we are just outside. We'll have a good view though.
Yeah, I'm just gonna stand outside my house. We're actually expecting 1 million visitors in Buffalo, which is like, we don't have room for 1 million visitors.
Oh, to see other cars.
I don't know where the fuck they're all staying, but
All right, Merle's just going for a block on Luke if he does a 2-turn. Makes you think Ray is going straight.
we'll have to roll 2 dice for stress here. And doesn't
not
take any extras. Wow.
Do you jam Wedge? They all lock him B8, so it's not a huge importance. Or just jam Luke, don't you?
I think I would have jammed Luke for sure. Wow. That fits, but barely. Temin opens foils. 1 bank. Oh, that's a self bump into Merle. And punished for it. That's the last shield on Temin.
Always awkward straight. He's under 2 stress. He could boost now. Always got the Merle effect.
Yeah, Luke could take a beating here.
Yeah, Temin's got the range 1 bullseye. Got the droid. All that stuff.
You definitely take this because you're going to be able to get rid of the stress when you shoot because of Fenrir out.
Yeah.
Fenrir out's bailing.
Don't know if Wedge does or not.
Yeah, and I think you do it, right? Because you just get rid of it once you shoot.
It's range 1 to 2, not 0.
Alright, so this is Wedge range 0 against BB-8 for 2.
Pretty good.
Roll it in the box, you coward. So
Brendo, how could you?
dare you, Brendo. 2 evades for BB-8. Sends K. Rao, attorney at law. Spends for hit crit. Pretty sure this is into BB-8. There goes BB shield. Ray out the back. I gotta think it's everything into Luke here.
Yeah, you have to kill Luke this turn. Got 4 shots. Looks like Ella's just out. Why not? I guess BB can't shoot. BB has to shoot Wedge. Emerald's focus is nice, but you can't get rid of the stress if you do. Could do it to Elo though. I don't think Elo has a shot this turn.
Alright, so it takes Elo's focus and gives Temin 1 of her stress. Never mind.
Yeah, stress should go to Elo because it has to be the same ship.
Okay, yes, there you go. There's the trade we all were looking for. So now this is going to be a 4v1, I believe. Into Luke.
Oh, that's pretty good.
Yeah, don't take that. Luke, tyranny of 1 agility. Shields down. Speaking of Luke, range 1 into Ray.
Oh,
That's a dead
kill.
Ray. Ray's out for the count. And 7 huge points to the Outlaws.
Only 4, because it is already had half.
Now Temin into Luke.
Only use 1 reroll.
Oh, tell
heroic?
me Temin's got heroic. Yes,
Not heroic.
Temin does.
Needs all 3 rolls.
I mean, That's worth
If
it right
only
there.
it hadn't self-bumped.
Oh, that's right. He didn't have the focus. Luke does take 1.5 points. 2 on the board for Brendo. BB takes the calculate from ATP.
There's no
Oh
point.
no,
Can't
you
spend it.
have to do the
That's not bad.
hit crit into wedge. Wedge
Oh, wedge is
didn't
fine.
take the red focus. So that is going to be half points into wedge.
And a crit.
Oh, one reroll maybe for it's a trap. Is it only blanks though?
Nah, only blanks. Feel like could be important.
Yeah, fuel leak there. Range 0. Bean should shoot now. Has range 1 to Elo.
Good kill. We've seen weirder things happen. No crit.
There's 3. Elo blanks. Heroic again. And Elo takes 2. That's half points. Merle now. Range 0 into Luke.
Probably won't kill. And that's too many dice, right?
Does Merle work on himself?
I believe works on himself. Then should range 0 to 2.
Pardon me.
Yes.
Does
Pardon.
Merle work on himself?
It does.
Not at
but
range
not
0.
Zero.
Well, from
Because you can never reduce your opponent's agility.
Oh, I got you.
It does work
Yeah,
for Merle, but not at range
I
zero.
said that basically after, realized after rolling dice. Otherwise, I should have gone into wedge or fen.
Interesting. I didn't put that together. Thank you.
He doesn't work because
So-
it's range 0, right?
Yeah, range 0.
Right, it's not a tractor beam or strain.
It's a cowardly act by Merle.
He got 2 distracting. Merle should always work. He's an I-1 A-wing. He did have wedge at range 1. He probably should have, yeah, set out wedge. You get hit crit through or something, you just murder him.
So we are going to head into turn 5. It's going to be a 13-10 lead for James. Let's see what the odds have to say, Desi. Mm, 63% for James here. Do you agree with that?
Say 10% jump. Say definitely has the advantage right now, but all of his guys are turned the wrong way and stressed. Yeah, Woody Wood. So you can
Yeah.
queue the stuff. So you do your action, then you queue up the linked action, and then you do the wounded pilot action for both of them.
Yeah. Since it's all happening in the same window, you get to choose when you do it. Just like that. And now Merle is triple stress.
Only enemy ships, though, for this Sabine. And
Oh, I
assuming that
thought for
Wedge,
sure Wedge was 4King, but then I just saw the rock there. Like, oh, no, guess that's not happening.
yeah, I was picking a Talon roll.
Oh, I'm expecting like a 2 hard now to finish off. And Luke is going to do the regen adventures of Luke Skywalker.
I'm like Luke Sky Coward.
Ello does the Talon roll. It is white for Ello. Wedge doing the Talon roll.
Forward, just to make sure you get the range one.
You don't want to go too forward and end up in Merle's shot, though.
Oh, I guess that's true. That's more important.
Fenrau.
Barrel focus, right? Or you stay there and just get the Predator reroll.
Predator reroll plus. It's better to not take shots, so. I'm just going to focus and rely on Concordia.
Does have Beskar still, but BB-8 is right there. He's gonna murder you. You gotta
If he's still alive.
He is gonna do it. Leaving Sabine.
Alright, Wedge. With the Predator reroll available. Hit
pretty good.
crit into Temin.
Ooh,
Temin taking 2 crits here.
not
It's like
dead.
a panicked pilot and a disabled power regulator, which is going to kick in this turn. Fenrau now, range 1. Can spend and guarantee the kill.
I do like guaranteeing kills. You're only taking one shot from Merle. And you do have him in front arc, so you're not taking any crits from him.
And that is a dead Temin Wexley. Initiative killed.
Just like the movies.
Ello now into Sabine. Classic 3v3. Ooh, the full potato and topping. Sabine
Maybe we should get Beskar here.
hit. And, oh yeah, Sabine doesn't have press, so it's a structurally damaged Sabine now.
Maybe it should have no trouble shooting at range 1 shot finally.
Yeah. Sabine gonna try to get her revenge. 1 crit into Ello. Ello evades. Now BB-8 the kill shot. Classic 3v2. We'll take the ATP calculate for a second calculate. Spend for 2. Oh,
Oh.
Sabine!
Oh, I feel so bad.
Merle now. Range 3 into Sabine. Nope. Gonna go range 2 into Fenith K. Rao, attorney at law. What are you thinking it, perhaps? Nope. Looks like it's in range 2 into Fen. And Fen evades.
That's okay.
$18-12 now. So we're gonna head into turn 6, and I think this is probably the final turn.
I would imagine so.
I would assume that Fen's going to chase.
Yeah, unless you're worried about losing Sabine and Wedge, which seems unlikely. I'd keep him in the center, but I think you're fine just chasing Merle.
All right, here we go. Turn 6. Merle running for all Merle is worth.
This is the last turn probably for Merle. They'll can one turn next turn. Jam and Fen.
Luke now spent both R2 charges. Oh, the dummy.
Vallo after all. You just boost for just boost here. You might get Predator. Oh yes. Aged APT BB-8.
Merle, go to hyperspace, bud. Live your long life.
Is choosing the 4 dice double modded over the 5 dice target lock.
Well, he already has a target lock on Merle. He's had it for a long time.
Oh, on BB-8? Ah, does.
Yeah. One crit to Elo, who just kind of refuses to die. It's a loose stabilizer. APT time from Wedge. 5 guarantees
a
it,
lot of crits.
and that is a dead BB-8.
That is 3 crits, regardless of what you roll.
BB-8 gets blown the fuck up.
Crispy would be happy.
I'm happy. Ray placed that lock on BB-8. Betrayed by his own family.
Ray wanted to live, but it didn't matter.
Range 0 into a structurally damaged
Oh, it's 2.
Sabine. Yeah,
down.
got him.
Heroic. Still dead.
Elo lives. They each get a point at the end, and your final score is going to be 21-17. And the Outlaws take a game 70 out of 70 for week 5 and second place in the division from the Wanderers. A big game there. Congratulations to James winning this particular captain's battle. We're going to pay out side 1, and that is going to do it for week 5. Week 6 is in 2 weeks. We have a bye week coming up as teams switch factions. 2 teams have already given me their faction switches, and your team should be doing it soon. I need the captains to let me know by Thursday if you're switching and what those switches are going to be. Have a great night, everybody. Don't forget WrestleMania's on. Turn into that on Peacock. And, yeah. We'll see you next week in the Discord. Maybe we do some Aerodome. Maybe some Swoo. It'll be fun. Talk to you later. Have a great night.
Bye.